The chantry teaches us the mages had sought to usurp heaven. But instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. Humanity stood on the verge of annihilation until the Grey Wardens came. It has been 4 centuries since that victory. I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon.
Part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's why we know this is really a blight. We feel it just as they do.
This threat is greater than they realize.
The Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long.
No Grey Warden has ever defeated a blight without the army of a half-dozen nations at his back.
You must gather allies. Unite shattered lands.
Dwarves, elves, mages. This sounds like an army to me.
And end the blight before it consumes us all.
This moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Burnsy here for another Mystery Monday. This week we're playing Dragon Age Origins, which is quite an old game, to the point that I needed 2 discs and an activation code to be able to install it, and needed the disc in my PC to be able to run it. So let's see if it's withstood the test of time.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. It may even be too late, for I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
There we go. So a little bit of a repeat of the trailer in the intro video tonight, but kind of sets the scene that things have gone horribly wrong in the past, and people, despite the Grey Wardens sorting it out, they've now started ignoring them. It's all happening all over again. So let's quickly create a character. I think I'll stick with human. So we've got the choice of mage, a rogue, or a warrior. I think I'll go warrior. Never been much of a magic or a stealthy person. Oh, and I only get the choice of one background then. Okay, so I'm a noble. Well, that makes it nice and easy. Hi, Potter Watch. How are you doing?
Greetings.
I'm going to be really lazy with this. Hey, Anna. Any votes so far on which one I should go for? So we've got a vote for this one so far. Two votes for beard, one vote for the moustache, and one vote for no beard. So the beard's winning so far. Okay, who else is in chat who wants to join in on the vote? We've got 2 votes for beard so far. Looks like I only get to choose the first name as well. Anyone else going to put a vote in for which one I should go for? Right, I think that's 3 votes for beard then. Is Mischief being lazy and doesn't want to type? There we go, let's go for Beardy. And then I need to choose points. Let's put some more in strength. more in cunning. Let's just put a bit on that as well. Oh lord, how many things does it want me to choose? Stealing, trap making, survival, herbalism, poison making. Oh, I've got 2 points in combat training already, that's nice. Combat tactics. Well, let's go for herbalism so I then don't run out of health potions straight away. I can at least make my own. Oh, and more! So we got. So I always go dual wield just because it always seems more fun dual wield rather than having something big and heavy or having a shield that you hide behind. So I guess we have to go for that, otherwise we can't use that. Dual striking or dual sweep. Let's go dual strike. Can I take the one out of... No, I've got to keep shield bash. That's fine, but I won't be using it. Let's stick with normal for now. Right, let's see how this goes then. What could possibly go wrong? Bear in mind I haven't played this in years, and the last time I did I got in trouble with some of the NPCs. But apart from that, I'm sure it'll be fine.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against Bon rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. But we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Great, I get options. I can't see what the fourth one is. Let's go for a bit of sass.
Since your brother is leading our forces south and I'm going with the Owl, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
But I want to fight.
I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going. You'll have your chance soon enough. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Thanks for the follow, Potter Watch.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
He said they were a small order and no longer important.
Apologize, Duncan. That Aldous has nerve teaching my children such slanderous nonsense.
I take no offense. The Grey Wardens are not what we once were.
I'll not have the Wardens spoken ill of in my household. Without them, the Darkspawn would have killed us all in the first Blight. You are the only reason men still live in Thedas. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
I think I rather like the idea, Father.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime, find Fergus and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me. You'll have plenty of time after we're gone. We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Let's quickly change setting. That doesn't mess anything up. There we go. Now I can actually see the bottom of my screen. Let me go. I want to be focused. Yes, okay. Thank you. Right.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone. Your father has left you in charge of the castle? Then I will see you at dinner tomorrow, if not sooner.
Ooh, is he asking me on a date?
Honestly, the Wardens would be thrilled to have you, but I won't go against your father's wishes. If you wish to discuss this further, however, let us talk after your father and the Arl depart.
I'm standing right here, you know.
I'm only suggesting satisfying my host's curiosity, as tempting as recruitment might be.
He really doesn't want me to go, does he? Quest marker somewhere? I'm guessing I follow the arrow.
Oh. There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you too.
Pardon my manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave. Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off. That would be wise, before man tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves, I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down. A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Why are you trying to tell me that I'm wearing armor? Just randomly take my armor off in the kitchen, as you do.
Very well.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
He's a clever dog.
He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait.
I mean, that's what I just said.
Did you hear that?
Oh god, I need to give the dog a name now. Any suggestions? Other than calling him dog? Everyone wants to choose the beard, but they don't want to name the dog. What's going on? If that's the case, he's been called Storm. And there's now rats everywhere. Nice.
Wild creatures ahead.
Stab them.
Ow! That one bit me! Get out of here!
As you say.
And stay away!
I shall do it.
We must quit!
Stab them all.
As you say.
Wow, that's a lot of blood from rats.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all. I've seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Good. Bugger off. I don't need you following me around anymore. Right, what's in that bag? A mushroom. Sure they won't notice if one mushroom's missing from the larder. Just blame it on the dog. Find some quartz, because you'd find quartz in the larder, of course.
There he is, as
more
brazen
talking.
as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead. Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Right, now can I get on with something useful?
And my dear Bryce
God.
bought this
What
back
do they
from
want now?
Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yes,
Oh,
those giant
marvellous.
rats.
Just the thing for my guests to hear right before dinner. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Weren't you drunk?
I'm so proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
Yes, you sound like a bit of a prick anyway. No, you didn't fight well. Why are these people
Don't be
here?
rude. Dyron is riding with your father, and I'm going to spend some time with Lady Landra while he's gone.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra!
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
May I go
Of course,
now?
darling. You must have many things to do before Fergus and your father leave.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
Yeah, that's right, bugger off. There's a war on, don't you know? Why is everyone having to talk to me?
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
I mean, I look a lot older than he does. Let me know when you two are finished.
When there's a woman in your life, you'll understand.
No fewer than 3.
Bold
please.
words, little brother. I mean a real woman, not a turn in the straw.
Fergus, language!
You like to play in the stable too, Uncle? I like to hide in the hay.
Don't you listen to this. If I catch you with your clothes full of straw again, I'll send you to Mother Mallow.
But Mama, she talks forever.
Then the
Bring
Isle's
you a
men are
message.
delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
A good shield would be
Make
more
us
useful.
sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Orin. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
You'll need protecting more than
I
her.
agree. Especially if you get yourself hurt. I will never forgive you.
Now that is a good incentive, wouldn't you say?
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Well, that's a really good view of the Mabari. Let's leave my light a second and go somewhere else where I can actually see them properly. There's not a pole in the way. Oh, and cutscene. But yeah, the Mabari is quite big. I think he got fat in the larder. Time to fight the darkspawn in my underwear.
My lord! Help me! The castle is under attack!
How am I meant to help you? I'm in my underwear.
Die, scum! As you said. Missed!
Do I actually have any stuff with me? Yes, I do. It's just I've taken it all off, of course. Shield. Can I put the bow on the second weapon?
I'm gonna whip you a new one! Very well.
I'm magically dressed again.
More the fools say! Now you fall!
Let's just drop stuff from my own room. Grease trap. Okay, head stuff. It's the same as my short bow, but anyway.
Where is the tail? Tell us! By the Maker! Die, scum! Maintain! Where is everyone else? Best be wary!
Seems I'm not very good at hitting things,
Darling,
isn't it?
I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
Why is she now in armor?
They never got through the door, thanks to you. Her scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howe's men. Why would they attack us?
Why are you in armor? You're not a fighter.
You don't think Howe's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
I was in my room butt naked.
We must find him.
We tried fighting a guy like that as well.
I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
Okay, she can fight. Have a bow and arrow instead. Because that's all I have for you at the minute. Yeah, okay. Bloody hell, alright. Strength, dexterity, constitution. And a save for me. Oh, no, I need to choose another point though. Oh, no. If I go to me, can I now use... Can I do that? No. Nice, okay. So I can dual wield, just not those weapons. And how's that guy already a skeleton? Blimey. They made it. You're back.
I will not.
Make a guy my hand.
Very well.
Bad stuff. Oh, just money. And you had... That's a mana potion. Insufficient skill, great. You need to be able to pick locks. Only works if you're a rogue.
Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
Yeah, that he locked. Or is it this trunk? Aha. I'll have all of that. Which means you can have... Can you use a greatsword? No, you can. Can you use the mace and the shield? And then Beardy can use... Haha, dual wield. Let's do this. Oh, lots of dead people.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
I'll make
I
them
was not
pay.
even taking hostages. He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go. I don't want to see this.
Is there nothing I can loot here? I can't even steal from the dead people.
Oh, dear Landra. I'm so sorry. If she hadn't
Why is
come to
everything
me,
locked?
if she hadn't been here. Can you hear the fighting? House men must be everywhere.
Can't say I've ever tried the dwarves. I've only ever been human, I think. Might have done elves once. Take the
Don't
fight
be
to them.
foolish. You would throw your life away? The front gates. That's where your father must be.
Let's go.
If House men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servant's entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me? Then survive and visit vengeance upon him.
A knight's corpse and all I can take is a shield. Wow. Who's a shit knight?
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
Don't be a coward,
Yes,
stand
my
and
lord!
fight.
Here they come! I'll try
The castle falls there, the likes of you! Take that!
Head around.
Quickly, we must fight! Don't give them the advantage!
Hound. Soldier.
Good, another down. It has begun.
Okay.
Come and face me if you dare! We must stop them!
Very well. Best be wary. Foolish!
Oh, oh, she was vicious. Let's quickly put the armor on. I still can. Oh, wait, yes, definitely need that.
We're getting close to the treasury. The Kuzland family blade lies inside. Here, darling, take my key. That blade cannot fall into Hao's hands. It should sever his treacherous head.
Okay. I found a side quest, it seems. Ooh, scale armor.
It has begun.
Family sword. I will have that. And scale armor. She's got a studded leather armor as well. An axe now. She's a long sword better. Yeah. Second weapon, give her a short bow. That's my second weapon. I'll have a longbow.
Enemies approaching.
Again, really.
It has begun.
Battle!
We fight for our home.
Aona. What do you mean this carpet? No idea. That's what you mean. Lots of shields I can collect, but not a lot else. That's the main quest. Where would you do the main quest?
Enemies approaching! Back! Shall be done. Very well. Now you fall!
Got that. You guys gonna follow me around now?
More enemies ahead.
Yes, we are.
Shall be done.
They're running away, the cowards. Yep, over here.
Get up!
Oh really? Come on. It's one arrow.
I will drive you from our land myself. Come here.
Lock.
As you say.
We need the lock-picking dwarven friend. It doesn't appear until the next game.
We must not exhaust our supplies.
Where's my guard? Slow.
Where is the Terran? Does he live?
Okay, continue with the main quest.
Very well.
Everyone has to fight for better looting.
Counter away! We will not be defeated!
Oh no!
I shall do it.
I told him to fight and now he's dead.
Very well.
Go! Man the gates! Keep those bastards out as long as you can! Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through.
They killed Oriana and Oren. I can't believe... Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, your ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. I've no idea. You don't think he's involved in this, do you?
Perhaps he was sent to kill Bryce? Oh dear. Have you seen him?
When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
You three against an army, that's not right.
As you say. Now we do. Let us do it. I shall do it. We must gain the advantage. Run! Run! As you say.
Yeah, you do that. I'll rob your quarters. With a mushroom. Oh, that was worth going in there for.
Enemies approaching!
Nothing to it there. Go down that way. Go this way.
More enemies ahead. Bring it on!
Definitely have those.
I shall do it.
So more elf fruit. I hope I need lots of elf fruit for making something. I'll find them hiding in the larder.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce!
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding!
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there. I won't survive the standing, I think. Only If you're willing to leave pieces of me behind, pup.
Bryce, this is no time for jokes! Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Burgess. Tell him what has happened.
And take vengeance.
Yes. Vengeance.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the Turn is correct. House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My younger son helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me, but I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
You fought your way to me through Howe's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
Well, what the hell?
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Hal's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you. My place is with your father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he'd be dead with the amount of blood that's already come out of him.
You know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Well, that went very much from no, he's not joining to my dying wish is for him to join and make his mark.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met. Dead? What do you mean? Duncan?
I mean, dead.
Do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken High Ever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word. No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds. We are all in danger, my friend. Nothing can be done until your brother returns, and that will not be until the battle is over. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
He sounds so disappointed, doesn't he?
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
No, he doesn't take it very seriously.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Maybe we should move quickly.
We should proceed with the ritual.
Ritual?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Let's have a look around then.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Well, that's the King's tent. Loghain's guards, that's Loghain's tent.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we
Nice random
contemplate
priest.
the death that may await.
Is there a merchant here anywhere?
Maker of our Hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your prophet Andraste now beg your forgiveness. Do not abandon us in our darkest hour. Watch over the valiant King Caelan and guide him as he faces this terrible evil. Watch over Terran Loghain and give him the wisdom to bring us victory against the scourge of shadow. Watch over Ferelden, the homeland of Holy Andraste. Keep her people safe from the Darkspawn. Let us bow our heads and offer prayers to the Maker, that he might find us worthy.
Let's see if there's a merchant around anywhere.
So,
Oh,
any
like a
last
merchant.
wishes I can help fulfill before you...
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain. Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
I mean, I can track the girl down if you'll give me free stuff.
I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself. Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand. So long as you keep it quiet.
Bombs, acid, firebomb. Well, let's sell some of the crap I've got. Have all four of them. You can have the leather armor, and the leather boots, and the leather gloves. Gives me a little bit more money. $8 gold for heavy chainmail, nice. I haven't even got a gold yet.
Life is fleeting, you know.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
I might buy them.
Let me know what you'd like. No. Let's save my money for now.
Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Oh, excuse me.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You're a very strange
You're
man.
not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage. And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining. Eager, are we? Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Why do I need to ask questions? Okay. No, I can change characters. Thanks for telling me again. Willpower. Trap making, stealing. Stealing do lockpicking as well? What do you get lockpicking? That for now. Guessing I can't. That. No, nice and powerful. Pressing that. Nothing's happening. There we go, game. You happy now? There we go. Thank you. That's great. Now, why am I walking really slowly? Haha. Looking aimlessly into the fire.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How'd you do?
And this here is Daveth, A fellow from Denerim.
That's me. I'm a fellow.
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korkari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can. The scrolls contain treaties promising support, treaties that may prove valuable in the days to come. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Recover blood, get some paperwork. How hard can it be?
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
No, I was planning not to be careful. Why on earth would I want to be careful?
I shall do it.
Oh.
Say your prayers! Don't give us the advantage! Let's have at it!
That was a nice start.
As you say. As you say.
Let me guess. Elf fruit. And it is. There's bloody everywhere.
Over here. Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp. If you just bandage me up, I can get back myself.
I have bandages in my pack.
Well, that's trying
Thank
to be
you.
nice to him.
I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the 4 of us slay? 12? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back. That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Nice guy. Random rabbit. Or whatever it was.
I shall do it. That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostergar was asking about those. The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
That's handy.
The darkspawn have sensed us.
Throughout this whole game, you just randomly find side quests.
Say your prayers. I shall do it. Time for some fun. Very well.
And you have blood. I did pick this up. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, wildflowers. Wildflower. Might mean that I get more money. Might just be because I'm tired. There's more darkspawn over there and supplies. Let's have a look over here a minute before I go and charge into them.
I shall do it.
I have a lot of this. I've got three. I've only got 3 bars so far. Let's make that 4. Good loot around here.
I cannot go on.
Is it just me, or did I do really badly back there?
Right away.
No, you did really badly back there. Where's my guy not got back up? So I have to run over to him to wake him up. Can take his animal. The other two are using leather, using chainmail. Signs are around here apparently. This is just the book I found. Go on this way then and see what's over here. Pick up another wildflower.
It shall be done.
It's a shame. More dead guys hanging around. Running for life.
Don't give them the advantage!
Right in the corner. Hard to notice that. I've died as well. Bollocks. Let's see where it auto. Oh, it auto saved it just before, didn't it? Right, let's try this again. By a fireball. I hit a trap. Might be a trap.
Begun. Don't give them the advantage.
That on.
Begun. I shall do it.
That staff would be really nice if I was a mage, but I'm not. Let's try again without having a sneezing fit. Let's sprinkle some more ash on the stone to see what happens.
As you say.
That's not a special mob. Maybe not.
Careful! We must do it quickly. Outright, go with me there! Get off! Don't give them the advantage!
Well, that was a thing. Oh, and he gave me a mana potion. Oh, and some boots. That's not as bad. Oh, mage boots. Wow. So we've got a staff for a mage and boots. And some mana potions. Have I got a mage?
I shall do it. On it.
And those wildflowers are really easy to find. It's annoying I can't pick more of them.
It's begun.
Level up.
I didn't warn you.
Ah, we got the special kill on it. I wanted to do that. Oh, an enchanted dagger. Don't mind if I do. Fire arrows.
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder? You are the intruder here. I believe the first question is rightfully mine. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there, handsome lad. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine. Let us be civilized. And you may call me Morrigan, if you wish. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer? You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened. 'Twas my mother, in fact. There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful.